Well, hello, Ricky Tang here, and as you might be able to tell on my Versys 300 Kawasaki, I have a new screen, a Puig touring screen, which I bought second hand today from Nuneaton, 180-mile round trip to buy a second hand screen. I was on a long journey yesterday, a long trip on the Versys, just over 270 miles. And I'll make a video of that soon. The screen, the stock screen with the flip up on top, the clip-on screen, it's rubbish. It's really rubbish, and I need to do something about it. So I haven't ridden with this screen yet. This is the first test, so let's see what it's like. Right, let's go. I'll interject this bit at the beginning of the video. This is the end of the ride, but I'll put it in earlier on. I am 5'7", 170 centimeters. Maybe tomorrow when it's lighter again, I'll take a picture of myself side on so you can see how I sit on the bike with this screen. Okay, first impressions. Up to 40 miles an hour, this screen is worse worse than the last combination. Absolutely tons of fluttering at eye level with the visor over my helmet visor up. It's not bad with the visor down, but it's noisy. And this is why I bought a second-hand screen when one came up for sale, because windscreen performance is a very subjective thing. One person will call a screen brilliant and another person will call the same screen rubbish. And I've already spent in the past a lot of money on screens for various bikes which have not lived up to expectations, and I think this is another one of them. The open quotes only, close quotes, cost me £50. It's very good condition though. But unfortunately it feels rubbish. But what I'm going to do is get it on the dual carriageway and see if it's better than the other setup at higher speed, and if it is, that'll be something at least. It's noisy as well at 30 miles an hour, but then again, the other screen, the stock screen with the flip up, that was noisy, and typically at 30 miles an hour I'd actually have the visor down on my helmet just to make things a bit quieter. Unfortunately for you folks at home, I'm pretty sure the camera's looking through the screen, and unfortunately it's tinted, so I'm not sure what that view is like for you. The camera I'm using, you know, Hero 10 GoPro, probably quite wide angle, so hopefully the screen isn't dominating the view. Yeah, it's not as good as I wasn't expecting much. I was about to say it's not as good as I hoped. I never have a lot of luck with screens, and I didn't expect this one to be any different, really. And to be honest with you, I was actually avoiding getting a screen this tall, because if I'm riding off-road, standing up, or the bike's moving around a lot, there's every chance I could kind of go forward and headbutt the screen with my crash helmet, because it's so tall. But second hand, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on the screen just to find out that it was rubbish. So I saw a second hand one, I thought, let's just try that. Yeah, like the last setup, as long as I got my visor down, it's not a problem really. You can hear it, it's somewhat noisy, but not much in the way of turbulence with the visor down. I've just lifted the visor at 40 and my eyes are instantly getting fluttered by the wind coming off the screen. I can't keep my eyes open normally. In contrast, I can do 40 miles an hour on my naked BMW R1250R with my visor open with no trouble at all. Another problem I had with the original screen and the flip up is quite a lot of turbulence on my shoulders, so the wind was coming around the screen and ruffling up my shoulders. It's happening on this one as well, but not to the same extent. Yeah, not as annoying, I think. yeah, they're keeping a bit more wind off, so that's not bad. There is one big advantage though compared to the other screen and the flip up on top. This screen isn't shaking around like a shitting dog. Yeah, it's noisy, but my shoulders aren't being buffeted as much. My helmet's not being banged around, you know, my vision is clear. That's good. And the screen is nice and solid, and it's not wobbling in its own right, which is also good. So I think as an upgrade from what I did have, it's a keeper. It's just not as good as I want it to be. I am concerned though that the wind noise might be a bit too much to bear. Having said that, I don't actually want to end up on the motorway very often on this bike, if at all, if I can help it. But basically you also do the same speeds on the dual carriageways, and I do a fair few of those, or I have done on this bike. Let's go a bit faster for a little bit. I don't do that very often here. It's just got noisier, it's not got any better, it's just got worse. Turbulence is built up on the shoulders. Slow down again. It's just the screen is just not good enough. Well, I think it's going to have to do until I find another second-hand screen of a different shape. I'll try one of those. And this is how it goes. The only way to try these things out is by spending lots of money buying them. There you go. If I duck my head down about 4 inches, it's much nicer. But if I lift the screen by 4 inches, I'd be looking for it all the time, and I don't think I want that. But anyway, before I go home, quick walk around of the screen so you can see it in situ on the bike. Sorry if the lights are flashing down there, that's usually the frame rate of the camera affecting how the lights are recorded. Yeah, doesn't look bad on the bike though. Well, it looks new. That helps. Yeah, so there it is. Shame the performance of the screen isn't anywhere near as good as I would like it to be. So that's it folks, nearly home. Hopefully see you in the comments below. Oh, excuse the mess, one last thing. The screen is made by Puig, handguards by Givy, bar ends by who knows. But anyway, there is some interference between the handguard and the screen. And the screen actually comes with some little extension posts. So the screen is already about a centimetre further out than the stock screen. So yeah, just something to be aware of if you're thinking of, you know, adding this screen or adding handguards and you've already got an aftermarket screen. If you've used this screen yourself and had success with it or not, let me know your experiences. Until the next video folks, take care of yourselves. I'll see you in another one soon. Ta-da!